I've been dragged across the desert in my bare feet, with no food or water, with nowhere to sleep. Been ridiculed and abused, wrongfully accused. What more can they do to me? What more can they do to me? I've been locked out with no reason why. Had to look straight into my enemy's eyes. Been stripped from my head to my toe. Nobody seems to know. What more can they do to me? What more can they do to me? The heart you beat with, and they tore it down. They threw your dignity on the ground. Left you afraid and alone. The truth is still unknown. What more can they do to you? What more can they do to you?
In gasoline and motor oil, burn her to a crisp, then riddle her body with bullets.
Many stories are passed from one generation to the next, but over time, stories fade. Tonight, local citizens are determined to keep one particular story alive. Eyewitness News reporter Greg Goldberg brings us the nearly 100-year-old tale of Mary Turner. A warning, some of these descriptions are graphic.
The Mary Turner case is one of the darkest in the history of this country.
Some people have forgotten it, some don't even know about it.
After 90-some years, it's about time for something to be said.
It was 1918 in Brooks County, Georgia. A white plantation owner beat one of his black workers. The worker then killed him. Historians say it set off a week-long killing spree of at least 13 African Americans. 96 years ago this month, Mary Turner was 21 years old and 8 months pregnant.
And they took her to a tree. They tied her ankles around a limb of that tree. And then they took a knife and cut open her stomach. And when the baby fell to the ground, one of the men took the heel of his boot and crushed its head until it was dead.
They soaked the body in gasoline and motor oil, burned it to a crisp, then riddled her body with bullets. And they say the mob members marked her grave with a whiskey bottle.
This historical marker is the only public display in Brooks County that memorializes the events of that week. It's called Mary Turner and the Lynching Rampage. The marker stands at Folsom's Bridge over Little River between Barney and Hiram. Somewhere in these woods is the tree where historians say Mary Turner was lynched. You won't be able to find this story in any libraries or museums in South Georgia. Generally, the story is only known through word of mouth.
I can understand that. If it happened, it should be read about and known about.
James Turner is a relative of Mary. He knows the story from listening to his father, who was born the same year she died. Jeremy Henry is a relative of Willhead, another man who was killed in the week-long rampage. He's led his own journey to find out what happened.
A lot of them just now really kind of coming forth with it, but some of those older people that may have heard it hands-on from their parents have kind of died off.
At least 13 people were killed, including Mary Turner's husband, Hayes Turner. Many black people protested to the sheriff, but records show he didn't respond. The newspaper headlines read, "Her talk enraged them. Mary Turner taken to Folsom's Bridge and hanged." Sidney Johnson, the man who killed the plantation owner, was later found in Valdosta on South Troop Street, where he was shot and killed. It's reported a crowd of 700 watched as a rope was tied around the neck of his dead body and then dragged 16 miles from Valdosta to Morven. Nearly 100 years later, these events are long over, but there are still some who are determined never to forget.
And now they want us to forget. They never asked the Jews to forget what happened to them. And the Jews won't let those who are responsible forget it.
In Brooks County, Georgia, Greg Goldberg, WCTV Eyewitness News.
More than 500 people fled Brooks and Lowndes County shortly after the Rampage Week. Mary Turner is memorialized at a museum exhibit in Baltimore. Mike McCall has your midweek forecast coming up right after this break, and we also have your wacky weather.